Hey guys, so if you're running a MacBook, literally any MacBook with Thunderbolt, and you're tired of this, and you wanna get to this, then a Thunderbolt dock is basically a necessity. But not all docks are created equal. Today I'm checking out the Acasis DS-9007 Thunderbolt 4 docking station. This thing promises to turn your laptop into a powerhouse with just one plug. I've been using it as my daily driver for a couple of weeks now, so let's see if it's worth your cash. A real quick transparency note before we begin. Acasis sent me this unit to test out, but this is not a sponsored video. They don't get to say anything here. All opinions, good or bad, are coming straight from my own testing. Cool? Alright, let's begin. First up, let's start with the unboxing. And wow, first impression, this thing is heavy. That's usually a good sign. Means there's some real hardware in here, not just plastic. Inside, you get the dock itself, the power cable, a pretty chunky power brick. We'll talk about that in a minute. A Thunderbolt 4 cable and the user manual. Everything's packaged so nicely, feels premium. And the build quality, seriously solid. It's an all-metal aluminum body with this clean, minimalist look that just works on a desk. No creaks, no flex. On the bottom, there's rubber padding so it doesn't slide around. Now, it's designed to stand vertically, which is awesome for saving space. You can lay it flat, but I'd be a little worried about scratching that nice metal finish over time. Honestly, I do wish they included some kind of stand for horizontal use, but vertical is the way it's intended. Okay, we gotta talk about this. The power brick. It's a 240 watt unit, and as you can see, it's almost as big as the dock itself. This is your first clue, guys. This is not a travel dock. This is very clearly meant to live on your desk full time. The brick is massive, but it's powering a ton of ports, so it is what it is. Now let's geek out on the ports, because this is where it gets interesting. And they're absolutely packed in here. Around the back, where you'll plug in your permanent stuff, you've got your main 40 gigabits per second uplink. And this is key. It delivers a full 90 watt of power to charge your laptop. So for you MacBook Pro users, this one cable will power everything. Two more full Thunderbolt 4 ports, also 40 gigabits per second for daisy chaining or more high-speed devices. An HDMI 2.1 port, more on its performance in a sec. A super fast 2.5 gigabit Ethernet port, 2 USB-A ports and 1 USB-C port. All three of them are 10 gigabits per second for fast storage devices, and even separate 3.5mm headphone and microphone jacks for clean audio setup. On the front, for easy access, 2 more USB-A ports and 2 USB-C ports. All of them are 10 gigabits per second again. A USB-C PD port that can deliver 30 watt of power to charge your phone or tablet. And here you've got 2 USB 2.0 ports for stuff that doesn't need too much speed, like your keyboard, mouse or dongles. Another cool thing, you can use both full-size and microSD cards. Here's another combo audio jack for your audio or microphone. And lastly, a really nice to have feature, a physical power button to turn the whole dock on or off without yanking cables. For testing, I hooked this up to my MacBook Pro and ran it through its paces. I used my LG C3 OLED as a test monitor because it can handle 4K at 120Hz. And this is where we hit our first big important note. Acasis say that the HDMI port can do 4K at 144Hz. But in my real world testing, I could only get 4K at 60Hz to work consistently. To double check, I plugged my MacBook directly into the TV with the same cable. And boom, 4K 120Hz, no problem. So the limitation is coming from the dock. For probably 90% of you doing office work, coding, even most video editing, 4K 60Hz is totally fine. But if you're a competitive gamer or you specifically bought a super high refresh rate 4K monitor, you might need to look for some other option. It's possible higher refresh rates work over DisplayPort, but over HDMI, this is what I saw in real world testing. On a brighter note, the 2.5 gigabit Ethernet port is fantastic. My home network is only 1 gig, but this dock maxed it out with zero issues. Super stable, great for large downloads or video calls. It's future-proofed for when faster internet becomes the norm. Now for SSD speeds, let's get specific. I tested a Samsung T7 external SSD. connecting this drive directly to my MacBook, I got around 845 megabits of write and 725 megabits of read speeds. And through the dock's 40 gigabits port, I got 809 megabytes of write and 675 megabytes of read speeds. So yeah, there's a tiny drop like 5%, which is completely normal for any dock. There's always a little overhead, but in the real world, copying huge files, you will not feel the difference. It's just blazing fast. The microSD card reader also worked perfectly for media files. Super convenient to have them built in and not need another dongle. After hours of having everything plugged in, external drives, network, cards, display, the dock stays rock solid. No crashes, no kernel panics on my Mac. It does get warm, which is normal for a metal chassis doing this much work, but it never got too hot to touch. And that physical power button is a small but awesome touch for resetting things without a cable pulling dance. So the daily experience, it just works. One single Thunderbolt cable now delivers data, video and a full 90 watt of power to your laptop. It instantly becomes a desktop. It's clean, it's reliable, and it makes switching between mobile and desktop modes stupidly simple. So after all that testing, here's a quick breakdown of what I liked and what you should be aware of before buying. So I really like the rock solid metal build. I mean, this thing is really built to last. Insane number of ports. Seriously, these are plenty. 90 watt laptop charging through the uplink port, front facing power button and card readers which are super convenient, 2.5 gigabit Ethernet port and tons of high speed USB ports. And overall excellent general performance and stability. And the stuff I don't like, the HDMI port didn't hit the advertised high refresh rates in my tests. The power brick is enormous. I mean, this thing is huge, but not a problem if you only work on your desk. And finally, it's really designed for vertical use only. So should you buy the Acasis DS-9007? If you need a super connected command center for your desk, want to plug in everything at once, and you're okay with 4K 60Hz on your external display, this dock is a beast. The port selection is almost overkill, and that 90 watt charging means you can ditch your laptop's power brick for good. But if you absolutely need 4K at 120Hz or higher from the HDMI port, or you need something portable, this isn't the one. For me, as a daily driver for a maxed out productivity setup, it's been flawless. The true one cable life, power, data and all your peripherals, it's just too good. If you're interested in buying it, just check out the link in the description below. And if this review helped you out, smash that like button, it really helps the channel. Got questions? Just throw them in the comments below. Thanks for watching and I will catch you in the next one.